Based on its wealth of natural resources, ever-expanding workforce, and flair for creativity, Nigeria remains a leader on the continent and an attractive destination for investment. As the largest holder of oil and gas in Africa, Nigeria holds a pivotal position in the international market. With more than 30 producers, over 75% of them Nigerian independents, indigenous organizations are staking their claim as integral players in the global economy.
Nigeria is a big country. It's got huge reserves as well, about 40 billion barrels. That's about the biggest in Africa. So it's good to open up the oil and gas space to more local content.
When we started the business, there was very little money in the system. So we eventually had to partner with some foreign companies. But for the last, I'll say 8 years, Samni has been really running with our own professional assets.
Oilserve was envisioned to be a full EPC company, and we built up slowly based on opportunities. We have a Pan-African view, how to build capacity in Africa and develop local content in Africa.
We've successfully stepped from a big part player to the place now where we are rubbing shoulders with international service companies. The sort of projects we are handling today, a decade ago, those used to be the traditional forte of bigger international companies. But we've successfully changed that narrative, and we think there is much more we can do.
We should see ourselves as a global company of an African origin. And therefore, anything that we do, we must ensure matches the best.
Holding the largest reserves of natural gas in Africa, Nigeria's current gas revolution is paramount to the country's energy development now and in the future.
Beyond crude oil, we have natural gas. In fact, Nigeria can be described as a gas-rich country with some oil.
Through gas sourcing, energy solutions can be brought to the fore that are cheap enough to revive a number of companies.
We are working very hard on monetizing our gas. So what we are doing is exploring several projects that could give us a full value chain.
The beauty of the business we do here is that we have our own platform, we produce for ourselves, we have our own pipelines, we transport ourselves, we have our own FSO, we store for ourselves, and we have a terminal, we export for ourselves.
So we control the value chain. One unit is a trading unit, or we import the product. The another unit is a shipping unit, who is going to take the product. Then we have our jetty, we have our vessel, we also have our tank farm. So we control everything. So efficiency level is at the highest.
With plans to curb importation of petroleum products and increase refineries to create jobs and increase revenues, Nigeria is on the right path towards energy self-reliance.
The Petrolex megacity is all of 25,000 acres. I completed the phase 1, developing a tank farm, and we're breaking ground on phase 2, which is the refinery. And it should serve as an example to people that still believe in the opportunity Nigeria presents globally.
With a focus on sustainability, the oil and gas industry, alongside the Local Content Act, will continue to provide the backbone for socio-economic development for the foreseeable future.
We like to stay close to the communities around our areas of operation, because we believe that that will help us a great deal and help the country in terms of sustainability of the business and sustainability of our interactions with our communities. Is the key point of our competitive advantage.
The driving force was how to get a business that will employ my people, the community where I came from. And that's why when we formed SG Holding, from my community, I'm sure there are no less than 50 people. And I tell you, the fulfillment there, you can't put naira and kobo around it in yours. You can't.
We have a large pool of Nigerians who are with the organization. We have people that have the technical knowledge and capability that we need, and people who understand the environment, the nuances, and how to manage. So that way, we build excellence.
Given the opportunity, given the enabling environment, Nigerians can excel.
We need to take advantage of our size, and we need to strive on how we can enhance the capacity of one of our strengths. We are endowed and blessed with natural resources. We need to maximize the use of those resources to have an attendant implication and direct impact on the lives of citizenry.
With 90 million people using mobile phones, Nigeria is already seeing huge breakthroughs in digital banking and fintech-based services. ICT has ushered in a complete innovation of all economic sectors of the nation, while sustaining modern ways of thinking and working.
And in the last decade, significant investment has gone into digitizing the financial system, operating a cashless society such that the unbanked can become banked, cost of funds will go down, SMEs get better service, they will have better access to finance, and the global multinationals get efficiency in their payments.
The fintech space is definitely changing, the banking space is changing, the e-commerce space has changed, and I think those are the key sectors that will drive growth for Nigeria. New innovative solutions, a lot of young guys, young people at the tech hubs around different cluster groups providing and thinking through fantastic solutions so that everybody with a phone and access to data and a bank account or wallet can do transactions.
The new gold is now data, mobile broadband.
This sector contributes $45 billion every 3 months. It is between 10 to 11% contribution to GDP.
The numbers are just too good. You've got the youngest population in Africa. Tech is a very decent passion for most of the youths of this country. So what we do is to create the right environment to turn this country into a hub of technological activities.
This country has the second largest concentration of tech hubs, incubators for startups.
There's a lot of new companies that are growing and creating their own ecosystem in the industry. And these are the companies and products and people that are actually going to shape the future. A lot of the solutions they come up with are very innovative and very specifically adapted to this environment.
It's basically about giving convenience to the Nigerian customer who is looking for high quality delivery services, say food, medicine, or courier. What we are doing is we are bringing it all under one umbrella and providing you with reliable service. Every other day you're seeing a new restaurant, a new pop-up. We are connecting all these businesses to the consumers.
In an effort to reduce imports and harness its raw materials, the Made in Nigeria movement is showcasing that Nigerian products guarantee excellence and can sustain the ever-growing population.
Nigeria today is the center of Africa. This is the time really to invest. Everybody is watching us. We are trying to attract the investor to come and show them what we are doing, as we believe that Eco-Atlantic, it is the future of Africa.
Well, as a family, we came here 40 years ago. We decided to focus on manufacturing in Nigeria. And of course, the most famous story we have here is the Indomie story. Well, from one product of Indomie, we've now got 3 partnerships that are extremely important for us. The first one, as I told you, is Indomie. The second one is a company called Arla, and we pack milk with them here. And the brand that is known here is called Dano. And the newest joint venture that we have is with Kellogg's.
Wherever you have challenges, you have opportunities. And the greater challenges you have, the greater opportunities you have.
We've always been of the notion that, look, you have to develop your own economy. Once you import, what you realize is that it's not a long-term thing. The reason why we've made a success in this country is basically because the government has said they want to stop all importation chain. They want to create job employment. They want technology transfer. When you say made in Nigeria, I can assure you they're on top of what they are doing. The kind of products we are producing are world-class products.
In all economies, taxation as tax revenue is a significant factor that contributes to a country's socio-economic growth. Through its tax efforts, the country has promoted a predictable fiscal environment while financing its social and fiscal infrastructural needs.
A lot of people in Nigeria and Africa actually don't realize the importance of the payment of taxes. They were quite content in selling natural assets, resources, but over the period, the prices have gone down. And now to meet the same type of expenditure, they have to focus on taxation. But if one looks at what transformations have occurred over the past 3 years, we've been able to improve revenue generation from 3.3 trillion to 4 trillion and now heading towards 5.3 trillion. We've been able to educate the tax-paying public on the need to pay taxes. We deployed technology which gives taxpayers the opportunity to carry out all their tax activities and transactions online, and at the same time made it very transparent and accountable. The present government, like you can see, they're constantly updating us on all the new projects that they have carried out, the roads, the rail projects, etc. So people are beginning to see where their tax revenue is being utilized.
Enhanced by its strategic location, growing population, and entrepreneurial spirit, the task of the nation's future is squarely placed on Nigeria's youth to keep the land of the Super Eagles soaring high.
Everything is special about Nigeria. The best country ever.